Live! We're back! It's Thursday, 12 o'clock UK time, which can only mean one thing. It's painting up the Monster Manual time. How are you doing, Richard?
I am not too bad, my friend. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited. We hit a few different milestones this week, so it's you know, all good on my end. It's, you know, like things like did the birthday stream, killed a character. Then we've got the 1 year anniversary stream. Now we've got like the 50th episode, which we did a giveaway for on Monday. It's been a wild week. And I've got to find time to do a load of unboxings from stuff people have sent us, which is wild. What have you been up to?
I have been printing.
You don't do that, do you?
No, you know. I have literally just been printing all week.
Yeah, no, it's work. I have some stuff I do need to get on with outside of content. But we're back for episode 54. This is the Ice Devil in the Monster Manual. So this is like page 75, 76. We are closing in on the end of the devils. I think after this we've got maybe like a Lemure, a Pit Fiend, and a Barbed Devil or a Spiked Devil, something like that. I think there's only 3 more left after this one, and then we're moving into the Dinosaurs, where we're going to play some Dino Crisis, I think. Do you remember that game?
Do you know what I was just about to say? That was one of my PlayStation games, top 5. That Tenchu Stealth Assassins,
yeah,
Resident Evil,
yeah.
It was that sort of time period.
Yeah, because I think when Dino Crisis 2 came out, I was still heavily into Resident Evil, but then it didn't have that same scare factor as Resident Evil. It was like, oh, they're just dinosaurs, you fucking shoot them. And then you get things like the rail guns and stuff. You're like, run off screen, run back on screen, and it was just
Run.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I like Dino Crisis. I haven't thought about that in a long time. Hey, chat, how are you all doing? Hey, Dibs, hey, Zuzi, great to have you back in. We're going to do a quick chat about old Richard over here, who has sent me a couple of pictures of things that Warrior Prince 3D do. What is, and who is, and what does Warrior 3D Prince am, and do?
We at Warrior Prince are your one-stop shop for all your 3D printing needs. We handle everything from tabletop to scenery to cosplay to collectibles to statues to anything you might happen to have laying around in an STL file, be it from an old Kickstarter or just something you might have designed yourself. We print and handle anything and everything in resin that we can.
That is so well practiced these days. And this is the first thing from Artisan Guild, which...
This is this month's release from Artisan Guild, which is basically like an ASMR Paladin-like set.
It's so cool.
With also alternates to being Space Marines.
I mean, like, yeah, and that's the thing is like you've got these like this guy right here, which obviously you've got this like high fantasy. You can do like the whole Paladin plate armor stuff, but then you've also got like over here is all of that heavy bolter Space Marine stuff. You've got Griffin Riders with mounts, and then you've got things like these guys with the Scales of Justice. It's just very Primarch meets high fantasy, and it's fucking cool. And I love an angel with 6 wings. So
I don't know. Do you know what I don't? I really hate the 6-wing thing.
Really?
Well, because a 6-wing angel is an archangel.
All right, Mr. Jesus Bible.
No. Sort of, general lore and the bits and pieces like that. It means it's the highest flight of angel.
Well, maybe that is an archangel. You don't know.
Anyway, that one there is going to be my 300% bastard this time.
Oh, really?
And yeah, he's going to be one of my characters in D&D.
I like. Oh, nice. Oh, you didn't like it. I didn't like a 6 angel.
Well, because he comes with a no-winged version, you bitch.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I love the like fire demon that they're like. That looks like Ifrit from Final Fantasy to me. That they're fighting.
I was saying that's what it looked like to me.
It's very, very cool. But
not sure how I feel about the lions though.
Well, they're like this, yeah, very Griffin.
Go to the big Wonderline with a quiff, you know.
Yeah, the hair's a bit like very Aslam in his early days. Like, hello there, I am Lion Kenobi. Yeah, but that's the Artisan Guild stuff, which every month is just absolutely wild. Because then, for those who are Crit Role fans, fucking look at that.
Looking forward to printing this, not gonna lie.
Oh, Jester's great. That's so fucking cool. And she's a fan favourite for so many people. Hell Creator always do something so awesome. Very, very good. Are you going to paint one of those up?
Do you know what? Yes, I've been. The voice in the background has just gone, yes.
You're fucking right, you should. Like, if anything's going to sell, it's one of those. And last but not least, this is the mini that we're painting today. So this is the Ice Devil that Richard sent across to me. We are painting up a Warrior Prince 3D throughout the devils and demons and stuff. Who's this by, Richard?
This is from Loot Studio.
Loot Studios. And yeah.
Loot Studios.
I will admit right now that I went a little heavy. So I did the black primer, which I did through the airbrush, but then I went in and I put a little bit too much gloss, and you can see it's pooled underneath the neck. See if I can get that to focus.
No.
It is what it is. I'm going to have to make do with it because I did it this morning. Come on, focus.
It's not too badly pulled. It should be fine.
Why no focus today? Come on. Hello. We'll get to that later. Just another thing that just doesn't work. So we're going to be painting that one. Do you have an idea of how you're going to paint yours up?
I am trying to stick with my speed painty bits and pieces.
Nice.
I'm not going to airbrush this time. I'm going to pick out. I've grabbed, because the couple of pictures I saw of the Ice Devil, one was like purple and then one's blue. And
yeah.
So I'm going to be hitting Hive Dweller purple up. In some of the smaller areas and bits and pieces.
Lovely.
I don't know whether to coat in Hive Dweller purple, then dry brush and go over with Tyrian navy.
Oh. Because I'm going to try dry brushing over the top of the airbrush.
I don't know what to do, and I might brave it. So we'll see what happens.
So let's talk about the lore of the creature, because obviously I've asked you to create a level 10 character today because they are pretty beastly creatures. This is a CR14 monster. This is a pretty high-end devil, and that's because in the lore of the 5e Monster Manual, these guys are commanders in the army. So they're not quite like pit fiends, which are like generals and just underneath like major devils and like greater devils. These are right up there as like angry commanders of many of the armed forces. They spend most of their time tormenting the lesser devils because they are like just angry, horrid creatures. They don't just get found in the icy layers of the Nine Hells or anything like that, or in ice plains. They can, fry anywhere. They don't seem to have like a weakness to anything like that. In fact, they even have immunity to fire damage, which is something that we will chat about when we go through the stat block. But they spend most of their time aggressively tormenting other devils and will aggressively try and collect as many souls as possible for their demon lords. So they're quite aggressive creatures. They are always up for a fight, and they make fantastic boss fights. When we look at the stat block, let's look at the big three. So when I say the big three, we're looking at what makes a monster its most deadly, or makes it kind of balance out, and we're looking at armor class, hit points, and its damage dealing capability. So it has an armor class of 18. That's been pretty standard across the board now for the devils. We found 18 has been there quite a lot. It's natural armor, so again, not wearing anything else. But 18 for a CR 14 creature, I think is about right. But I think anybody who is level 14 and facing this, you're going to be hitting a 14 most of the time. You should probably be able to roll less than a 10 and still hit a 14 on a d20. It has 180 hit points rules as written, so it's quite stacked up. But that is 19 d10 plus 76 if you choose to roll it or max it. That's a lot. If you look at 19d10, that's what? 190 plus 76. That's 266 potential hit points, which is beefy. And not only that, this has a variant as well. So we've got like a regular one, and then you've got one that carries a certain spear, and it's called the spear variant, and that's the one I'm going to be using today. So hit points, that's pretty high. For a party of 4 level CR14 characters, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. But if we were to go a little less than that, this could be quite a tense fight. They don't have things like legendary actions or anything like that, so we're not too worried about action economy, but they do have this damage dealing capability, which is part of their multi-attack, which is the final thing that we look at. So the devil makes 2 attacks, one with its spear and one with its tail. The ice spear has a 10-foot reach, and it's a plus 10 to hit. So that's pretty up there. It deals 2d8 plus 5 piercing damage plus 3d6 cold damage every time. If the target is a creature, it must succeed a DC 15 con save, or for 1 minute, its speed is reduced by 10 feet, and it can take either an action or a bonus action on its turns, not both. It can't take reactions, and the target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. Now, slowing a character down. Fantastic way of making a fight last longer for a GM. From my point of view, if you can take the melee fighters, slow them down, get away from them, and keep them at reach, they're then spending their action to dash. But then, with the extra effect on theirs, like they then have to spend either a bonus action or an action, you're taking out rogues as well. Which, chef's kiss. As a GM, I fucking love it, because if you can save the action economy against your own monsters, lovely. The next one is a bite, which is a 10 foot. Sorry, plus 10 to hit with a 5 foot reach, one target, 2d6 plus 5, plus 3d6 cold damage. So we're always hitting that cold damage afterwards. There's a lot of chip damage here. Claws, again, 10 to hit, 5 foot reach, 2d4 plus 5 slashing, and then the 3d6 cold. Tail is 10 foot reach, 10 to hit, and then you have 2d6 plus 5 bludgeoning damage, plus 3d6 cold. So we have piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning all as options to us. So if you've got those barbarians, yes, they're going to save against those, but everything else who might have resistance to slashing through some kind of magical armor or something like that, you can then choose to go the other way. However, as a GM, I will point out that, like, with the multi-attack, it only says the devil makes 2 attacks, one with its spear and one with its tail. That's written in. It doesn't say you can change those out. So being a hard-ass GM, I would say you can't do that. Other GMs might be like, nah, it gets to do whichever ones, but I do like it when the semantics come into play. However, we have one more ability, and this is an action. It can cast Wall of Ice. Now, Wall of Ice, for those who don't know the spell, it's a very defensive spell, and it's a great way for keeping things at bay, like your barbarians, like your rogues, or like your monsters, because then people have to break through it, find other ways around it, over it, and it also causes damage when you're close to it. This thing doesn't have spell slots. This thing casts this as an ability. However, it is like a breath weapon on a recharge of a d6 on a 6. So when we look at all of those, it should be a tanky fight. It should be able to, if you can play it properly, keep things at bay, move back, shoot some distance at it, maybe with either Wall of Ice or that 10 foot of reach. If you can, like, single out players as well and, like, block people off with Wall of Ice and use the terrain, use your maps, and then go assault other members of the party, it can become a really, really interesting, intricate fight. I think today we're going to see a one-on-one, and that Wall of Ice is only going to separate for a few rounds or two, because I don't think it's going to be a case of moving around all that much, because one-on-one fights don't tend to be as leveled or immersed like that. Have you used one of these before?
I have never used one, but again, it's one of those ones that I quite like the sound of.
They're really fun. I really like these guys. I've used them before, and yeah, they make for just really fun. And again, it's like if you can build a map where you're like, actually, no, I'm going to block this bit off with Wall of Ice because the rogue's probably going to go hide in there. Right, cool. Take him out of action for, the Wall of Ice. Let's have a look. You have to deal it. Where is it? It has an AC 5, 30 hit points, and vulnerable to fire damage, and immunity to acid, cold, necrotic poison, yada, yada, yada. So you're taking away, just to break down one part of the wall, people's actions and stuff. So you're, like, taking them out for a turn, which I think is really fun to go, oh, well, I've got to spend my action now doing this, or maybe spend resources. And I love getting players to spend resources. That, for me, mwah, love it. Let's quickly look at chat. Hey, Miss Lounge. Hey, Lord of Cats. What's up, you awesome peeps? We're pretty good, thank you. We're just talking about the Ice Devil, because I am going to airbrush mine today. I'm going to go in with some Ice to Never from Turbo Dork, and then we'll probably dry brush with some stuff over the top of that and add in some bits. But, Richard, who is your level 10 character?
My level 10 character is, once I click the right button, is Docklin.
Docklin.
Docklin is the Tiefling Warlock.
A Tiefling Warlock.
A Tiefling Warlock of the Celestial kind, my friend.
And did you random this, or did you build this?
I built this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I expect to not last all that long then. Ooh. Where would Docklin find themselves where they might find themselves coming into contact with an Ice Devil, one of these commanders of the armies of the Nine Hells? What would Docklin be doing that puts him in a position where he is one-on-one with these? What's the scene around us?
Declan is a hunter. He has been charged by his celestial god to hunt down these wee demons and smite the living motherfuck out of them.
Where have you been sent?
I think I've been going across all the planes. But now, we're going into the Nine Hells.
Okay. And I think maybe this is like a named commander. This is one where we know there's an assault coming, or we know there's going to be a strike imminent during the Blood Wars, and your character, being a tiefling, being this infernal heritage, has been sent to infiltrate
behind enemy lines.
Yeah, essentially to go in and try and assassinate this commander, to take out one of the echelons of the forces here. And maybe whichever way round it's been, you've had to like work your way through. You end up in this, it's like an odd temple. It's like made of old red stone, and there is effigies of all of the different devil lords who rule over the Nine Hells all around the walls and these pillars, where finally there is like a stained glass, but it's like made of blue stained glass in different shades of blues and whites and clear, of Asmodeus, which is very strange because usually we associate that with red and with fire. And here in this like red temple, the ground has become frozen, and like those pillars have like this frost creeping up them. And it's still a weird mix of some moments it's really temperate in here, other moments it's red hot, and other moments it's freezing cold, and it changes on like within 6 seconds. As you make your way in, you feel like you're in the right place, like somewhere here is this commander that you are looking for. And as you sort of step forward, the room itself is a big rectangle. It is probably 80 foot long, 40 foot wide, and then it has 6 pillars leading down to this stained glass window. And there is a sort of, not a sarcophagus, but like a semicircular, it looks like something of ice exploded, creating this like sphere. But inside it, you see something move, and you see these like compound orange eyes just glint for a second as standing up slowly, sounding like frost being trodden on. You see this insectoid-like being with chitinous ice-colored skin or carapace.
Ah, yes. Who comes today? Who would see the greatest commander that has ever lived?
I am Dorklan of the clan Dorklan, and I am here to destroy you.
And with that, they just like look at you, and there's like a flash almost of like fire within their eyes, and the ground in front of you as they're going to kick things off with a wall of ice as it just flashes.
As it flashes and I start to run forward, I misty step behind it.
Okay, so let's do a quick dexterity check. So let's roll initiative and go from there. I'm actually going to have to roll this up digitally. So let's grab
yourself and have some fun.
Let's grab a D20.
I rolled a 19.
A 19.
A 19.
19. So
I've somehow got +7 for initiative.
D20. Roll. And then they have a +2 to this. Oh, you're definitely going first because they rolled an 8. So they cast this wall of ice, and it creates this like circle arena, what should be around you, but it blocks the door in which you've come through. And then it goes around like the final 2 pillars. So that like third of the room is completely sealed off. But you misty step out of the way. Obviously, mark that spell slot off for me. But we are in initiative, and you are up first as... how far do you misty step? What, 30 feet?
I'm just double checking because I've got misty steps, one of the one-shot ability jobby. I have got the spell, but it's also a erasure one. Right. I think it's just the standard. Is it 30 feet?
I think it's 30 feet.
Where are you?
Where are you?
Where are you? There you are. Teleport up to 30 feet.
Okay, so let's have a look at Ice Wall. So it comes up in front of you. It's probably like 10 foot away from you. You can then... How thick is it? It is...
Have you started the timer?
Yes, I have. We have 59 minutes. It's 1 foot thick. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you through to the other side. That, I'm assuming, is your bonus action. If you want to take your go.
Okay, I can attack.
So bear in mind that you were at the other side of it. There's about 80 foot. So you misty stepped 30 foot. There's still another 50 to go.
Another 50 to go?
Yep. To get to the pillar where it is. Or to get to this, like, ice-broken bit.
I move the rest of my movement. And then I'll hold my action to attack when it comes in range.
Okay, so you move. It's about 20 foot away then if your movement is 30 foot.
Yep.
And I am using the Ice to Nether, which is a turbo dork. I'm just throwing that through the airbrush. See if I can get that to show you what we're doing. There you go. So that's only like the first bit going on at the top there. That's the colour that I'm going to go for as the base layer, which is used over black, and I've glossed it as well.
To make it shiny.
To make it shiny. But my airbrush is nicht gut. So, what are you holding, by the way?
I have a Mace of Disruption.
Of course you do.
Well, I used the Holy Avenger last time. I thought I couldn't repeat.
Why not?
Try not to do too much.
Okay, so let's have a look at what it can do. Let's have a look here. You got a 5 foot reach, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay. It like a bug, like a lizard, like slithers forwards, but it only slithers forwards about 10 feet. So it cannot get into your range. However, you are in its range for both its tail and its spear. As it is going to, with the first attack, it's going to try and like lunge forwards with this like beautiful ornate spear, but at the top of it has this like wicked looking darkened ice. We're going to roll up a... Where is that spear? There it is.
So why is the dice maker rolling digital dice?
Because all of the rest of my dice are all the way across the other side of the studio. That is an 18 to hit with the spear.
That does not hit me.
Okay. So how do you deflect that as it comes in? How do you deal with that situation?
As it comes in, I literally sort of just whip round and just glance off with the mace and sort of parry it away.
Okay. As you do that, the tail comes slashing in. Actually, no, it's going to come try and sweep you because it's bludgeoning damage. That is... Oh, it's not as good. It's only a 17.
No, it does not hit.
Okay, so it's moved 10 foot forwards. It's done these 2 attacks. It is then going to see if its ability recharges. It does not. And then it is going to... Does it have an ability to... No, it's only got a 40-foot speed, so it can't climb a wall or anything like that, which is a shame, because I would love the idea of it going up onto the ceiling. It then darts around, back 10 foot, and then another 5 foot to behind this, like, ice-thrown bed. This, like, semi-spherical ice cocoon that it was in when you walked in. It is now your go.
Back up to the top of the round, aren't we? Because it didn't get into my reaction range.
Correct.
Can I move within 30 feet to it?
Yes, it's only about 20 foot or 25 foot away total.
I move up to it and I will stroke it with my mace in a violent manner.
Okay, yeah, so you move into melee with it and give it the attack.
And I have packed weapons, so I have 2 attacks.
Nice.
So first one is a 30 to hit. Second one's a 31.
Of course they both hit. That's fucking ridiculous.
Right. So let me have a look, because Mace of Disruption does extra 2d6 defeats. Is connection. Right, so 1d6 was 12, 24, and 39 damage.
Only 39 damage. Is any of that... what type of damage is that, please?
That is all radiant.
All radiant. Okay, so resistances, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashes from non-magical attacks that aren't silvered. Also, damage immunities, poison, cold, and fire. So no resistance to radiant there. 39 points of damage going onto this beast.
Also, I'm going to use Eldritch Smite.
Oh my god.
Once per turn, when you hit a creature with your pact weapon, you can expend a pact magic spell slot to deal an extra 1d8 force damage plus another 1d8 per level of the spell slot.
That's horrific.
My spell slot's a level 5, just as a FYI.
How many of those do you have?
It's Warlock, so it's 2 slots.
Okay, that's good.
So that is 68 damage coming to your face. And that is a horrific 29.
29. Okay. It's not too bad. 29 points. And that's more radiant, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This wonderful strike smashes in. Was that both strikes, was it? Or was that just the one?
So that was just with one strike.
Okay.
As in the smite additional. Did you take the other damage from the previous 2 hits?
So we took the 39 and then we took the 29.
Yeah.
Cool. Is that both strikes done, is it?
That's one round of attacks.
Okay, cool, perfect. I was paying attention, I promise. Okay, so...
Who sent you here, Defiler?
It says in this like very insectile, like chitinous voice, and its mouth mandibles are like clacking at you in this like horrid way. You see these like grim, sullen, compound orange eyes. They are going to... Let's have a look. Let's see if their ability recharges. It does not. On their go. So they are going to attempt once more to try and hit you with that tail first. So plus 10 to hit. No, it's only a 15. And then they're going to very martial adept swing around with that spear and try and slice into you. Natural 20.
Well, that's a bit mean.
There we go. So let's have a look. We have to begin with 2d8 plus 5. That is going to be 16, 21 points of piercing damage, plus 3d6, which is going to be another 6, 12, 18 points of cold damage.
That's 21, 29, 39 damage so far.
Okay, then we get to roll. You take 15 more points of slashing damage.
54, Jesus Christ.
And you take 11 points of cold damage on top of that.
Halved because I've got a ring of resistance.
Oh, lovely. So that's half to 5. So the tail comes in. You manage to avoid that, but then this spear comes in, and you realise this spear is really quite horrid. And yeah, it just does. I mean, you tell me how that hurts.
A lot. So as it sort of lashes in, it catches me right in the soft spot underneath my arm, and I feel a couple of ribs nearly sort of give way.
I think what also happens is like the wound doesn't like bleed out; it freezes.
Yeah, it almost burns.
Yeah. Okay, so ice to never so far, and this quite literally is just the base layer. Is going really, really well. There you go. Obviously with the glare of a light on top of it.
That looks wicked.
Yeah, I'm fucking well happy with that, because I'm now going to hit it with some purples and stuff before I then start dry brushing some silver over it. The end of its go, it will attempt to... See, I don't like that you're right there, because you can deal a lot of damage, but it doesn't really have much else it can do. It is a melee combatant, but giving you the attack of opportunity is just giving you an extra hit at this point. I'm gonna sit still as it just like it slices in, and its arrogance and its aggression is just like,
You will die here.
you'll go.
Right.
That's right. I'm also then going to take some purple ether, and that's what I'm going to use on the underside of this mini. Because you mentioned being purple and blue before, that's what I'm going with. How's chat doing out there? How's everyone getting on? You guys up to much today? Dibs, I imagine you're painting. Z, what you up to? Jayhan, Miss Lounge Mike, what's going on? Can Richard beat this mini?
24 and 27 to hit.
Okay, so let's deal with the 24 first.
24 hits, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. It's got an AC of 18.
Okay, so first hit is 13. Plus 2 of those, 13. No, first hit's 20 damage.
20 points of damage, right. I'm just going to forgive the buzz at a second. I'm going to just be spinning some paint. Oh, Zizi, you're writing. What are you writing?
Second hit is 15.
15 damage, yeah?
Yeah.
Can you put any more smites into that?
I can, but I'm going to hold off for this round.
Nice. Okay, so 2 heavy hits with this mace. And what does this mace look like?
It is basically a massive, long silvered shaft with what looks like a big thistle on the top for the mace shaft.
'Cause Scotland!
Because that's what we do.
Scotland. For Dorkland.
Clan Dorkland.
Clan Dorkland. It sounds like a lake. Clan Dorkland. So, that deals some hefty damage. It doesn't like that. I think this is going to turn into short stories based on some D&D encounters. Oh, that's awesome, Z. We did an interview last night, which is coming out later today, with a lady who wrote an RPG called The Cunning Folk, and it's all about like folk animals and playing those, and the humans tend to be the aggressors, but like not in like active ways like trying to kill them, just in like you stop making offerings or you don't follow these traditions anymore. And she writes these short stories, but also does this Patreon called The Daily Quest, which is a monthly D&D thing, which I think I shared last night on my socials. But that interview's coming out today, and check that out. She's really lovely. We played The Cunning Folk as our Christmas one-shot, which comes out next week on Wednesday, as we get into the festive spirit of things. Dibs, yeah, painting as usual. Finished my orcs, which I thoroughly enjoy painting. Now I'm doing a big Inquisitor Richard printed from Sanix. Not having much fun with it, to be honest. Oh no, dude, that sucks. I get minis all the time that I'm like, fuck this. I don't want to rinse and repeat, but at the same time, no. So because its ice wall ability does not recharge, it has to rinse and repeat. And I think this is the downfall of this creature now, is that it can't get away without triggering an attack of opportunity. I reckon your modifier's quite high. I think you're going to hit an 18 very easy. You have to roll something really low for it to get away. What is your attack modifier?
My attack modifier is plus 12.
Yeah, so I mean, like, you have to roll a 5 or below, so you've got a 25% chance of not hitting me, 75% chance of doing some damage. And this is what, as a GM, you get to meta that. Remember that. You are allowed to meta and use that to play as the creature properly. So, I mean, let's show you, for example. Let's see if running away from you is worth it at 25%. There's a quarter chance. It moves away.
Okay. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Of course it does. With a 7 on the... Oh, no, sorry. That must have been with an 8 on the dice.
That's 14 damage straight off the bat.
Yeah, there you go.
By 22 damage total.
And look at that. So that was a nasty move to take place, as it runs and it only goes back 5 feet, which puts it at this 10-foot reach away from you. You still manage to hit it. It then will do its ice spear. That is a 25 to hit.
That hit.
Okay, so you are going to take 15 points of piercing damage, followed by 9 points of cold, which I assume is halved.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it tries to get you with its tail as a little parting gift. 21 to hit.
Hits.
Oh, okay, here we go. That is 2d6 plus 5 bludge. That is going to be 14 points of bludge, followed by 11 half to 5 points of cold damage.
Further 19 damage.
Then, with its last 35 foot of movement, it scarpers 35 foot away. I'm going to take some purple ether, and I'm just going to double check that I've mixed it enough. We've got the metallics. I'm going to throw that into the airbrush, and we're going to come at the underside of this mini and really try and hopefully get a nice blue to purple fade. The Ice to Never does have some purple in there, but not enough, I find, to really, really go for it. Like, really show you that difference. This one does say that you should use it underneath, over a purple base coat, and it tells you that on the bottle. However, over a blue, I also quite like it, as I've done this before.
Okay. It's moved. How far has it moved?
It is now about 35 feet away from you.
Right, I move up 15 feet, and then I launch a Eldritch Blast at it.
Yeah, I mean, that's 120 foot. There's your range.
That's a 19 to hit.
19 hits?
When you split it, when it's two beams, do you have to roll an individual?
Yes. So each one's an individual attack.
Make a separate roll for each beam, yeah. So next one is 27, sorry.
Yeah, both hit.
So we have got 9 points of damage, followed by 11 points of damage.
So 20 total.
Bonus action.
Let me just finish doing the
You can
space
heal
lit.
You can heal yourself or one creature you can see within 60 feet by expending dice from the pool.
So what's that for?
So healing light, expend healing. You can heal yourself or one creature you can see within 60 feet by expending dice from the pool. You can expend up to 5 at once. You restore HP equal to the dice expended.
Is that an action?
You regain all expended dice when you finish a long rest. No, this is a bonus action.
Oh my god, lovely. Oh! Do you know what we'd forgotten?
What?
You can't do that. Because when I hit you with the spear, you need to make a Constitution saving throw. Look at that. GM forgot the whole ability of that spear in this variant. So let's see if you make the saving throw first.
What is the... It's a 15.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Advantage on con saves. Throws that make you maintain... Can't cost just concentration.
So
15 on the con save.
Okay, no, you're fine. You can do it. Because if that had gone off and I'd remembered it, that is one action, no reactions, and also that's what I should have remembered. As a GM, that's my fault.
That's a big.
There you go. So now we know for the future. You are currently about 15 foot away from it. You have healed up. You have done some damage. Anything else you can do on your turn?
I'm trying to work out. So the healing light, it says expending dice from the dice pool. I've got 11. Is that 11 hit points, or I don't understand the dice pool part.
Okay, so read it out for me again.
You can heal yourself or one creature you can see within 60 feet by expending dice from the pool. You can expend up to 5 at once. You restore HP equal to the dice expended.
Oh, okay. So in your... Is that a class feature?
Yeah.
Okay, so it should tell you what you should have a hit pool dice.
1d6.
Yeah.
Okay. I clicked on it and it says damage 1d6.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do 5d6 for 18 health back.
Nice. So I don't know if this will show up with the light that I've got on over it, but now we have some more purple going to blue. And that's the kind of transition that I want with these metallics to give it that ice We're going to let that dry for a little bit. Just going to empty out the airbrush. Empty out. So yeah, you're expending some of those. Staying where you are. It's going to carry on moving. It's going to see if it recharges. It does not recharge. You are 15 foot away. So we'll move in 5 to be 10 foot away from you. We're going to try this again with the spear, because then remember the abilities that are on there. Only a 14 to hit, which means that we're going to try the tail. 21.
Hit.
Okay, so you are going to take 13 bludge damage, followed by 7 half to 3 cold. Let's move 5 foot in.
What was the first one?
13.
16 total.
Then we're going to... So we move 5 foot in, then we're going to move 35 foot back away from you. So you are 45 foot away. And at this point, it is now like in line with this wall of ice that it had at the back end of the room. Yeah. That is about all it can do. It missed you with the spear, so there's no con save. There's nothing else on there. It is your go. It is 35 feet away from you. And it looks like it is now cowering, like it is not having a good time. It was not expecting to be assailed in its home this quickly.
Right, bonus action, I click my heels together.
Oh, come on, Dorothy, what you got?
I double my speed because I've got boots of speed.
This is why you don't let people build their own characters, guys. No, I genuinely...
Especially bastards like me.
No, I fucking love it. I really do. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to grab my paints. There we go. I'm back.
Yes, I click my boots together and I say, Dorothy, let's go. And I storm in.
Let's get storming.
All my movement and I go and...
Is that an action or a bonus action to click those?
Bonus action.
Okay, bonus action. You move on in.
Hoping. So, 2 seconds because I'm using a wee brush.
A wee brush. Right, where's my dry brush?
I don't like the wee painting. Right. Okay.
Oh, I had a dry brush set to one side for this particular model, and now I cannot find that dry brush.
Okay, that is a 19 and a 29 to hit.
Both hit.
Okay. I am going to Eldritch Smite.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's another 68.
Oh my god.
4d6. Right, okay. So I'll do this all as a total.
We'll do the first strike.
Do the first strike.
Yes.
Okay, so 12.
Yep.
Plus 2 of those, plus 6 of those. 12. 39. So that's 49 damage total.
How do you destroy this thing?
So I literally, I click my feet together and start to sort of sprint, full on, just toes running, and lunge in with the mace because I don't have a shield or anything like that. And sort of Final Fantasy VII swish through and end with my arm out to the side.
Okay, and it just shatters into hundreds of ice shards. And the reason, as a GM, for anybody out there who might be listening or might be running like, why not just total everything up? Is because if we were in a combat and there could be other things around, don't waste all of your actions, or don't waste a player's actions, and then afterwards like, oh, but you said you used both of those attacks on there to kill them, because there might be something else around. Let them have that chance to use that second attack if needs be. So I always like to split the damage across the attacks.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and you absolutely shatter it, and it is completely destroyed. Well done. Absolutely fucking annihilated that one. What I'm going to quickly do with this model now is, now that we have the purple and the blue on there, I'm taking Necron Compound, and I'm going to dry brush from the top down a load of silver all over, especially heavily from the top, just to give a, hopefully, an ice-like appearance. How are you getting on with yours?
Changed my mind halfway through.
Yep.
Instead of going all over purple, I've gone undersides purple and added it into some of the joins and bits and pieces and the tail. And now I'm going over in the Tyrian navy
Nice.
on the other parts where the carapace and the chitin is, sort of thing.
The thing I'm then doing after that is I am then taking my thumb and finger and I'm wiping, especially off those spines, a lot of that back off, just to bring back some of the colours and some of the depth of those facial features. Because I do want those colours to show through. But I also want that silver to be a very big highlight. Oh, buzz.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
I'm also going to pretty much do the entirety of the spear in the silver as well. And then I'm going to do a white dry brush across most of the base plate so that we end up with hopefully a different colour to that ice and that snow. But that is it with the dry brush on.
Camera really doesn't want to focus today, does it?
It's probably because I got two lights directly behind it. I wanted to try and change because with the turbo dorks and the airbrush, I can't see what I'm spraying from the lights that are behind me because they're yellow, and the lighting in this studio isn't that fantastic. So I put two spotlights above me over there, and I'm actually struggling to see. And I think that's what's also happening with the cameras, is it's just creating this massive high exposure.
Painting light companies out there that wish to have their products advertised, just get in touch.
Well, you say that. My issue is space, because obviously I paint where everybody GMs, and now we have several games on the go. I have to take the paint down, take the GM screen down, let somebody else help, and it sounds like I'm complaining. I'm really not. It's awesome to have so much content coming out, but yeah, I need it to be mobile. Right. So while that one dries, I'm going to grab my. Where are you? I bet I left you in the house, didn't I? Like a silly sausage. Where are you? Oh, no, there we go. So I have this Persian violet, which is this very dark blue metallic purple, it's from Green Stuff World, but it goes over black really well. And I'm so sorry. Hi, Z. You don't like emo music, do you, Z? Let's put some music back on. There we go. We're going to, and I'm going to brush that onto the majority of that spear tip. And then I'll put a little bit of a blue highlight on there as well.
Weird moment just then, my stomach went, I think I'm hungry, and then my brain went, oi, fat fuck, you're hungry.
I'm always hungry, that's my secret. And the reason I'm not using the turbo duck for this bit is because I just want that slight different hue, and I find that the Green Stuff World does paint on better than the turbo duck. I think the turbo duck works really well through an airbrush.
It is phenomenal through the airbrush.
It doesn't sit as well. What I find
a more challenging one to paint.
Yeah, it really is. You have 29 minutes. I definitely think I'm going to be tabletop ready. I might even be a little bit further than that if I don't get too cocky.
So, you're not.
No. What's everybody up to today? What are you guys doing out there? Are you going to tune in on Monday night to our giveaway? Richard's providing some character minis of our Starfinder players. I've done a big Chungus dice with a Starfinder badge inside it, and Steph is making a dice bag that we're going to add to the giveaway.
I'm not going to lie, I actually want the dice.
You can't enter, I'm afraid, my friend, because you're adding to the giveaway.
I know.
I would love to offer it to you, but no.
My little dwarf fella up here.
I need to actually start making some more diorama dice. I need to redo the whole big dice into a new mold, and I want to adjust some of the numbers just so it's a little bit more altogether because I keep making a few little mistakes, which I know don't usually matter, but for me, there's a few things that I'm like, I can do this better.
So let's go.
Miss Lounge, all my finales are done and time to get the next season ready. I did see this morning as I logged into YouTube to sort out the last night's interview, the finale sat there in front of me with you guys all sat on your couch. I really love the relaxed look of it. I'm going to definitely go in and watch that one. I know I haven't caught up on the series, but I am going to go in and watch the finale. It looks very chilled and really relaxed. So I do need to grab some white. Dibs, that's why I was gutted about adding to the giveaway. We did that Z one. Yeah. It's, I found that, like, anytime that we've done Spit together, I'm like, oh, I really want all of this stuff. But I'm just happy to do it. I think it's, like, the last giveaway of the year. It's episode 50. It's quite a milestone for us, I think.
An achievement, my friend.
Yeah, I'm quite proud of it. It's been a very fun podcast to run, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they get up to. See if, because obviously, spoiler alert. I don't know if people. Yeah, shit went down last week, and not saying that somebody's rocking up with a new character. They might be rocking up with a new character. Okay, so I'm taking Matte White from the Army Painter. Fanatics range by Army Painter. And I'm doing a light dry brush across some of that base just to add a little bit of a frosted tip to some of that ice. There is, however, this like area of raised ice shards that I don't want to color in, or I don't want to add a highlight to. I just want them to be bursting out of the back there, the same as the chitinous color on the skin or on that carapace. As he says, hey, listen, at least you know it all ended up in a good, loving home. You know what? I am so fucking glad you won. I'm very happy for anybody to come in and anybody to take part in competitions. And even if they're just like fair weather viewers that only come in on competitions and stuff like that, cool. But the fact that you actually watch the shows, you turn up, you take part, you were in the chat, and the fact that it went to you, fucking amazing. So I love it when karma comes around like that, because you absolutely deserved it for being part of our community. How was Sleep Token, by the way, Z? I assume it was all right.
See Sleep Token.
Just realised there's a whole other blade down here that I haven't painted, which I'm gonna get right now.
I thought that statement was going to go in a very different direction.
Dibs, I concur. Oh, thank you. The dice are so cool, dude. Such an honour to own something you made. Oh, thank you. Well, everybody contributed to it, and it was, Richard's giveaway for that. Was it, the 3,000 follower giveaway, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
12 indeed.
Well, that's the point. Richard, have you joined Blue Sky yet?
What's Blue Sky?
It's new social media.
Nope.
Oh, okay. I have, and it seems to be doing quite well.
Okie dokie.
I would jump on if I were you, while it's still quite fresh.
Is it linked to anything else?
Nope, it is what it is, because basically, so it was created by the guy who made Twitter, and then when Elon bought Twitter off him, he went, all right, I'm going to go create my own thing, and went away and did it. And for the past year, we've all had Blue Sky accounts and nothing's happened, and then all of a sudden in the past week, everyone's jumping over to Blue Sky.
Okay.
So Meta may be on the way out, and Blue Sky could be the thing replacing it. Certainly replacing Twitter. Okay, so I'm just trying to go around. I am rimming the base now. If anybody wants to watch me rim things, that's what I'm doing. Doesn't mean I'm finished, it's just easier to do now while I'm waiting for the rest of the model to dry. Sometimes you just got to stop what you're doing and start rimming.
That's it.
Pay attention to things. Just
have a bit of a rim break,
Sleep Token was incredible. Always such an amazing experience and atmosphere. Amazing. So
I have a wife making jealous noises now.
Well, I mean, I can't rim everything, Richard. That's your job.
Right.
Right. I need to... I'm going to grab some bronze, and I'm going to put that into the eyes. Oh, no, actually. Haha! I'm going to use Caesar Red, another metallic that I've got, which is a green stuff one. Isn't that the name of your OnlyFans? Yeah. It's just a Red Dwarf pun. All my OnlyFans is just called Ace Rimmer. It's just me there with a H on my head.
And a penguin in your hand.
Nam stram. Okay, so I'm gonna put this red onto the compound eyes, and then I'm gonna use a gold to try and make it a little bit more orange from the top.
You're such a fancy bitch.
Well, using metallics I find quite easy. All while I'm waiting for that. 22 minutes, so you're all good. Do you reckon you'll be tabletop ready?
I don't know. This is taking a lot fucking longer than I thought it was. Put it this way. Here's hoping.
Got to remember as well not to try and fix up the layers while they're still wet, or else you end up ripping layers of the acrylic off. Okay. Just blacken out some of those claws, so you get some definition on there. You got much on for the rest of the week then, Richard?
Printing.
Print.
I'm trying to ensure that I get a Christmas holiday.
Yeah.
I've had a flurry of orders and trying to get bits and pieces done, and at the same time I'm trying to make rent, so you know, it's great.
Yeah, that shit. Living is hard. We have...
So on that note, I've got multiple offers on Warrior Prince at the moment.
Shout 'em out.
We have got a Baldur's Gate character offer at the moment, 2 for, I want to say £75, free UK delivery, with international delivery options available.
Are you still shipping to Europe?
I have stopped.
Yeah.
As of, I think yesterday I changed all the settings.
Yeah.
Because with all the bits and pieces coming in, I know that there's some workarounds, but it's still extra money you're going to have to shell out to have a representative over there.
Yeah, we've had to stop as well, which sucks. But yeah, go check out those offers, because those statues are freaking awesome, and you'll need to go get them. Having many large Warrior Prince 3Ds, print me more cats and I'll pay you rent. Who do you think said that?
I've got a plate of these to go on today as well, actually. So.
Quack.
I also have a Space Marine model going. I need to get a couple of prices for some of the sizes, but that is a promotion this week.
Ooh, lovely. Oh shit! I forgot I've got coffee over here. For fuck's sake. Luckily, I'm drinking it from a Dragonborn Industries Stanley Cup, which keeps things nice and hot. Get yours at www.dragonbornindustries.com. Just get yourself something nice for Christmas.
This is the wonderful plugging part of the show.
Not that we make any fucking money on it at the moment. But if you want a slice of it, get a slice of it. Right. I'm going to take some Cobalt Metal, which is an Army Painter Fanatics Metallic. I'm going to dry brush that onto the tip of this spear. It does. I use mine daily. Oh, Z, awesome. So do I. What's the best thing you found you put in it so far? Richard.
Sorry. Giant man child.
tea works great. Tea, sorry, and then works great for soup too. Yeah, I had jelly in mine the other week. I decided that
You're not weird enough.
we did the first episode of Bloodpunk about 4 weeks ago, and about 3 weeks ago even, and everyone was like deciding what they were drinking and stuff like that, and I was like, well, I kind of really want something red and wine-like because I'm playing a vampire, and like a really psychotic, horrible, nasty, narcissistic vampire, and then ended up putting it like basically liquid jelly.
I know. Jelly.
I put hot jelly into my Stanley Cup, which you can't even see it in anyway, because that's how fucking smart I am. I'm a fucking moron.
Oh shit. I just picked up my small brush to get a bit of purple, and I can't find where I needed to put the purple.
Z says, look, it's the thought that counts. Yeah, you know, I put the thought in, it's fine. I freaking love that character so much. It's Fear is an absolute maniac that like still hasn't had time to come out and really truly play yet. He's a proper piece of work.
It did give me rather nostalgic Vampire the Masquerade feel.
Yep, yeah. Very much so. I also hot jelly mix is yum. Yeah, so we get a veggie one that comes in like sugar crystal powder form. Oh my god, it fucking just turn it into a sweet drink. It's so good. Yeah, it does give Vampire the Masquerade. I think the inspiration behind him was Kane from the Blood Omen series mixed with a little bit of Raziel, then a little bit of that Sephiroth vibe with Alucard from Hellsing and Maul from the Clone Wars in terms of like mentality, and he's just fucking insane.
Just a mass kettle of fucking crazy.
He really is. So I'm just dry brushing some gold onto those eyes, but it's not really going on, which means I need to go in and potentially wet blend.
It's more like a dirt brown, isn't it?
Have all your events finished up for the year now?
No, I mucked up with one this weekend. The following weekend, I'm actually going to go to Reigate.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I think we're done for the year now. I think the only thing that's left is a couple of episodes of Starfinder, one more episode of Bloodpunk. We are going to do a pre-record, at least one of them over Christmas. We've obviously got the Christmas one-shot coming out, which will be next Wednesday. Interview with Emily Greymore later today. Yeah, it's not a great deal left to do for the year, and it's really quite a nice feeling, to be honest. So I need a dark blue. Oh, you know what? That could work. So I'm going to take a German blue contrast, and I'm going to really water this down. I'm going to use a medium, I think, for the first time in fucking years. If I can find my quick wash medium. To essentially make a glaze to go over the top of that spear. I might mix it with the gloss varnish. Would love a palette right now, but I think I've misplaced them all. Richard, waffle for a minute. I'm going to go find a palette.
Okie dokie. I'm just trying to put some gold on these eyeballs because I decided, no, it's not gold, sorry, bronze, because I thought, you know, trying to be a little bit fancy. Smoky Joe over there.
He's back in the room.
Let me actually have a look and see if what we've got in chat.
Last one was Z saying also hot jelly mix is yum. Because she knows what's good. She knows what's good. Okay, so I'm taking a little bit of Azurum and Blue. I'm going to take Gloss Varnish. Create, hopefully, a nice thin, glossy vase. Vase? Glaze.
How long we got?
13 minutes. Yeah, that's what I want. So this is now going to sit in those little ice tip, like divots and details, and hopefully create a nice shiny ice look to the spearhead. Might throw some of it onto the underside of some of that center carapace, the underside of the tail, just to give it not necessarily a wash, but just some darkened shading.
A look.
Yeah. There we go. Now what should we do with that knife? That's around the side. Maybe we go a different colour on that. What if we did a dark bronze? And then we dry brush that over the purple. So you getting to play more Dungeons and Dragons now, Z? I know we had a conversation the other day about your partner getting you into Pathfinder potentially, which I was very excited about. Starting my first Pathfinder campaign on Monday. Yes! Are you playing 1E or 2E? And that is a very important question.
Mainly both are shit.
Fuck off! Oh, you're playing 1E. I wish you all the best luck. It is very, very good. However, there is a lot going on. And, like, the way I would approach that is throw ADHD at it. Like, really launch it at it and just be like, right, fucking time to go crunch time and memorize everything. 2E becomes a lot more versatile and gives you a lot more depth with your actions, but 1E is very, very... if you can memorize the rules and how your character works, you can really fucking let loose. And if you really want to hone in what your character can do, 1E is so fucking good for it. But that's very exciting. D&D has its place. I have to say I've transferred. Although I play more D&D and I rarely get the chance to play Pathfinder, I can't wait to play 2E. I can't wait to run a 2E campaign. And for Starfinder, obviously, 2E's on its way, and the fact that 2E is compatible between Pathfinder and Starfinder.
You know what? Actually, I will correct myself. Both are brilliant. It depends on who you're dealing.
Yeah, and that's the difference. And I think that's the same with any game. It completely depends on who your GM is and how it runs. But there is, I think, with D&D, because it's so streamlined. For me, everybody can do everything. Whereas Pathfinder, it's like, no, now your character classes really matter, and the functionality of your team, trying to multi-class becomes stupidly hard, and just all of a sudden going, I'm a sorcerer as well at the same time, it makes it not worth doing it. Whereas actually just going into like one, really focusing in and going, right, I am the rogue, so I am really good at these things. And when you mean really good, it means like you're getting like plus 20 to your rolls in certain things. Whereas other sides of it are, I think
you don't have that in D&D.
No, and I really love it. It's a beginner box playing with others who are new to it, so it should be fun. Oh, are you GMing it? Or is that going to be your partner, or is that completely new players? So, where is my lovely black ink? You've got 8 minutes. How are you feeling?
If I can get this bits down, I should be alright.
Awesome. I'm trying to find my black liner because I really want to use that to dive into some of those crevices.
You are really fucking going all out with the fancy pants stuff, aren't you?
A little bit, but like only because I have the time now to really go in and have a look at different things. I was tempted to do the spear tip in gold. Oh, sorry, the spear in gold, just to really pop off against it. But I'm not sure if dry brushing Retributor armor over the top of the silver will work. I usually silver over gold.
As I say, it's usually the other way around. I've been intrigued to see what effect it has, but I don't know if it's one you can fix if it fucks.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let me see if I can find the black liner first. Give me 2 seconds. Got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Where is my earpiece? So, because I think the black liner will come in strong in certain places. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dive this into the ribs. GM is partner's best friend. Oh, nice. So there's going to be chemistry there, basically, between like your partner and the GM, and hopefully your partner will be able to help you out with certain bits and go, yes, you can do this. No, you can't do that. Or look at this, look at that. Ranger, by the way, is a great class in Pathfinder.
As is cleric.
Yeah. Ranger is fucking great.
Cleric fucks shit up.
As it should. But that's something that's lost in D&D, or becomes like, you know, there's druids with cleric abilities and stuff like that in D&D now, and, you know, even rangers who have cleric, they're not rangers, like rogues who have abilities like that, and it's like, oh, okay, well. And I find that like taking your feats later on in Pathfinder as well really makes such a difference on what you take. I like the build in Pathfinders. Okay, so I'm adding this to the underside of things like ribs and the carapace on the tails. And it's just to basically not give it a wash, but just to give some areas that extra definition away from the metallics. Hopefully, what I'm hoping that will do, and I don't know if it's guaranteed to do that, is show up more the transition between the metallics that we used and those turbo dort paints that are shifters. But this black line stuff crawls its way up the mini and will find where to put itself, which is really awesome, to be honest. Okay. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and dry brush Retributor armor over the top of that silver. Godspeed and wishes luck. Z says, partner plays a cleric of Nethys in separate campaign. Very OP. Yeah, fucking right it is. The other good thing about Pathfinder is there is a website called Archives of Nethys, which will make sense to you if you know who Nethys is. And it's officiated by Paizo. Paizo are like, yep, this is our fucking wiki, basically, where everything that is in rulebooks and stuff is on there. So you can just type it in, and you can go between 1E, 2E, and Starfinder. Nethys is fucking such a good website. I need my dry brush. Where have you gone? There you are. So let's grab a fresh. He's sitting next to me right now, like, yep. Hey, bud, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Get your own account, log in.
Come on, sign up. You've done already.
Here we go. The giveaway on Monday. Ooh.
You already, come on.
I'm not saying that if you have your own account and you're following up on Monday when we are doing that Starfinder giveaway during the 50th episode bonanza, that you could win stuff. But hop to it.
Free stuff, awesome stuff, you know.
Fucking bodacious stuff. Yeah, okay, going gold was the right thing to do.
Hate you.
It pops off against the mini. Lovely. But yeah, Nethys is a great website. We literally use it while we're playing. I always have a tab open in it, minus when it crashes and it goes down because there's so much stuff on there. Cool. So that's the gold.
Beautiful.
I wonder if I bring this across here.
No, Ian, stop wondering.
I'm not wondering about
too much bullshit.
Oh, I'm not wondering about my paint. I'm just trying to see if I can get a better view on getting this to focus up. Or if not. See his partner here. Yeah! H gone to 12. Boom! Welcome to the fucking show.
Alright, bud. You dragged your story ass in here as well. Oh, God.
I'm going to actually move my camera down. I'm doing it. I think it's just too far away. It just doesn't like it.
I don't like it. How long we got?
1 minute 35.
1 minute?
Yeah. Dib says he's getting Necron feels from you, Pasty, so get some Moot Green on there. Yeah, I was tempted to. Very, very tempted to. Let's throw this fucking somewhere. Jesus. Why did I take it down? With a minute left to go. What am I doing with my life?
We had 20 minutes of, you know, fucking heartbeat ago.
Well, you know, time flies when you're having fun. Right, I'm now going to take some more of this black liner and I'm going to use that on the spear.
I was hoping to be able to get a dry brush of blue into the spear, but it's not that dry. That, and we've only got a fucking minute left.
45 seconds.
Oh, this is the quickest rim I've ever rimmed in my rim.
Love rimming. But yeah, the more of you that are there on Monday to take part, the more chances you have of those stuff being in your household. Just saying.
Just saying, bro.
And actually, it's a great place to jump in. We have just finished the story arc, so we're jumping into a new one. Or, you know, jumping into that interim sort of area.
Nicely timed then.
Yeah, it's a perfect time. Not only that, is we've just lost a character. So you get to get introduced to a brand new character if they happen across them on Monday. Ho, ho, ho! Time, bitch. How'd you do? Oh, it's dumb. It's fucking vibrant, though, isn't it? I can see it from here. God damn, son.
Let me get me wee lid.
Let me get your wee lid. Dark
Me wee lid and see if I can actually make it fucking.
Darkland from Scotland. Oh, I really like how you've done that.
Trying to get there working with a light and bloody.
So did you prime that white to begin with?
All primed white.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
I wanted to dry brush a bit of blue onto the weapon and obviously some white onto the ice, but I could slap that down.
Yeah, definitely tabletop ready. So my guy, I'm gonna see if I can use my camera this way.
Come on, Captain Fancy Pants, let's see this awesomeness.
I think it's the lighting in here today. It's just not playing the game. But we have that. Let's see if I can put my hand behind Focus up, you dick. Go like this. And we go like this. Whoop. Oh, come on, please. I'm so proud of this today. So we have those red to yellow eyes in there, and I don't think it's going to show up very well, but I like that the gold did actually pop off against it quite well. And again, that glaze in the spear tip, which to my naked eye looks a lot better than the camera's making it look, which I'm gutted about. But same with like these ice shards down here. All of that ice to never and that purple eater really did a number on the color shifting. But I will make sure we get some pictures of that up onto Instagram and onto Blue Sky Social and everything like that. But I definitely think tabletop ready and a little bit more, the Ice Devil definitely doable.
I was quite chuffed with actually got that finished. It's the first one finished in a little while.
Nice. No, I think using the airbrush last week, you did so fucking well. And the fact that like you've got that out of speed paints today, I love it. And yeah, I'm ready to throw that onto a table should needs be. Richard, are you back with any more content, or are you just on this now until the foreseeable?
What day are we?
Thursday?
Thursday. I am back tonight with a band of badgers.
Awesome.
So tonight I am finishing. Well, no, not finishing. I'm carrying on painting this bad boy.
Oh god, I love it. H. Garner says they both look amazing. Thank you very much. What about the minis?
And I think that is my last, other than here, any other place that I'm streaming.
Yeah. So check out Richard tonight on Band of Badgers. I am back. Am I around tonight? I can't remember. I might be around tonight for an unboxing. It depends on how the day goes. I do need to do some schoolwork with the kid. We're building a castle. So that might be tonight, but I won't be streaming that. I am back tomorrow during the day as Jack and I from Starfinder, and Jack who GM's Bloodpunk. We are actually opening up a new game. We are opening up this. This is Maladum. This is a 1 to 4 player dungeon crawler by the guys at Battle Systems. This is a fantasy-based dungeon crawler game, which comes with loads of terrain, loads of minis. We're going to be unboxing that one tomorrow at about 1 o'clock. We haven't set a time yet, but it will be in the afternoon. So if you're around, come see what's inside that box, and then hopefully doing the expansions as well. Then I'm back definitely on Monday for episode 50. Obviously, check that out with the giveaways. Obviously, they're going to be plastered all over socials as it is. And we're probably back with other things in the interim as well. But until then, guys, thank you so much for taking part today. I think we've got next week. Let's just double check the date. It's the 12th, which we should be all good. And what's next in the monster manual? It is the Lemure.
The Lemure?
Lemure. It is.
I'm just thinking, we got...
Oh, is it? It should be the Imp.
H-I... Yeah, I.
Yeah, it's the Imp. Sorry, It's not the Lemure, it's the Imp. That shouldn't take too long. It's a tiny mini.
We got Imp, and then we got Lemure.
There you go. That's what we're doing. Not that my phone's any good. Yeah, so we're doing the Imp next week. That probably shouldn't take too long. And then we've got work out where we're at from there in terms of Christmas and stuff like that. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. We'll be back next week for the Imp. And until then, may those dice gods be ever in your favor. We'll see you around. Take it easy.